First of all, may I thank this lady, Milan, for the kind words that she spoke about me. I'm motivated. Thank you very much. Then I cannot leave this or start from here without thanking Growth Sellers, who found me out to present here to the leaders, those I saw just now, the current leaders, and the future leaders of the trade who are here. Thank you, Mr. Mohan Oja, your team of Growth Sellers. Well, when I said future leaders, what do I mean? Let me tell you. As I was entering this hall, I spoke to Mr. Oja and I asked him one thing, what's the score? That meant how many of the attendants are here. He said 250 plus. Immediately an idea came to my mind. Out of the 50,000 plus sales professionals working in the country now, these are the 250 who have taken time out to remain relevant. These guys who want to remain relevant are the guys who will be chased by success. People who will be chased by success will definitely be the leaders. There would be 1,000 others who would be trying to live or chasing success. Here you are, whom the success will chase in time to come. Congratulations to you. I want each one of you to clap for yourself now, because you are going to lead the trade that you are in. But the claps were not enough. Let's sound more. Cheer yourself up. Cheer yourself up. Cheers. There you are. There you are. Okay. Namaste and welcome. Welcome to your session. Do you still use this? Here I can see. Do you go to the post office? Or do you use the Walkman? Are you using the CDs still? No? Typewriter? Not long back, I went to the institute to learn typewriting. They were in style, they were in vogue. So where are they now? Okay, we always wanted to own this gramophone. My family could not afford it. But then I used to go to the neighbor's house to see this. The radio, the big one, we had a small one. The pager lived just 1 year here. Okay, the tape recorder, the presentation now, see how high-tech it has gone. But then earlier we used to use that slide projector, tick, 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 those kind of things. Do you forget? How can you? Every Sunday when Mahabharata used to come, Ayo! Here, where is it gone? Can't see. Do you see it? No. And now let us see. Will the cars still have rear view mirrors? गाडी चलाउँदाखेरि दुईटा साइडको हामी हेर्छौँ नि पछाडी हेर्नलाई. Will that be there in few years' time? No, I don't think so. Will you be using this desktop? I don't think so. It's already gone. It lived. Plastic cards, which is now in your pocket. Not many days left. The car, will you require the keys? Well, are you going to write with the pen? The remote, the teller machine, the stapler, every day you touch it, so often. Then is it going to be there? The Desatina. Oh. The calculator. Forget it. Do you still own a calculator? And the petrol pump. Are you going to go to the petrol pump now? Things are changing. Books. Gone. Google. Who buys books anymore? Well, so how long will these still remain relevant? Not far away, your children are going to ask. One child is going to talk to the other and say, "Hey, do you still know how to write with a pen on a paper?" The other guy is going to say, "No, but my folks do." Mera bau amala unta. That's what is going to happen very soon now. Yeah? So is in the way we are doing business, is in the way we complete up a job, is in the way we are working, changing. The gadgets, the style, everything is changing. And here you see, there are a few studies I went through. These studies come from USA. Henninger made a study in 2013 wherein he found that Generation Y is already unemployed almost 25%. The Generation X, very soon, who will retire, are going to retire poorer than their parents. Wow. And the Generation Y, the baby boomers, the one that I come from. If I lose my job now, guaranteed I'm not going to get a job now, new job. Provided I do something. So this study was made by American Association of Retired Persons. It's a huge organization with headquarters in Washington, D.C. Okay, the resource, Henninger's Meet Generation Jobbed, published, Wall Street Journal. You can always check. Retirement Security Cross Generation, Philadelphia, there is an institute which is called as Pew Trust. They make some studies. And AARP is there. Okay, yes. Gone are those days when a university degree guaranteed a 30-year-long career. Gone. The pace of change is so fast that you have to come out of your career comfort zones. It's pushing us towards that. The skills, those are in demand today. They never existed even just a few years back. In our own lifetime, change is only getting faster. What used to happen in 10 years is now happening even in 1 year. Things have changed so fast. So future proofing of the career can be done only by maintaining value. BKC was talking about value. Oh, by the way, I should be thanking BKC. He mentioned me and he remembers me that I worked with him. And I'm proud to be associated with him. Yeah, but the maintaining value in the marketplace is the key. Is the key. Change will only become quicker. Trust me. But is everyone suffering from this helplessness? Is it so? No. Now is the answer. People, this is again a study made by some. And this book, they are going to write this. This book will come very soon in the market. Recipe for Relevance, written by Philip and Tom Hayes. They are writing this book now. And I have got the quote from this book. This is not already published. People, regardless of their age, are rising to the occasion and creating and renewing the roles they used to do. Look at here in Nepal. This is happening here, right here. Ladies started driving those three-wheelers. So that is how they are rising to the occasion. So, everything is there in the mindset actually. So what should change is the mindset. We'll have to see, this is what we saw here in Nepal, we still have in some parts of Nepal. And we also have this, close to this, if not exactly this, for doing the same job. So what does it indicate to? It indicates that we have to remain relevant. That means we have to be contemporary. That also means we have to go beyond the orthodox. Okay? Okay? Yeah? So if you want to understand what is relevant, we have to first understand what is irrelevant. Unless we know what is irrelevant, it will be difficult for us to know what is relevant. Okay? There is a Cain. I am taking this quote from Rick Warren, who gave a definition of what makes you irrelevant. When the speed of change in you or your organization is the change outside of you and your organization is faster than the change or the speed of change in you or your organization, then you are sure to become irrelevant. In other words, what is relevance? Relevance is about being useful. It is a choice. It is a decision. And it is intentional. So I make a decision. I make a choice. It is my intention to remain relevant. This is what it says. So it's all talking about change. And it's talking about change faster than the environment. Okay, when we know this, so the big question comes here, from typewriter to the computing unit. How to remain relevant? Watch out. Notice. Is change being bombarded onto you from every side? So what is your first reaction to it? Accept it. Do not resist it. We naturally tend to resist change for so many reasons. That could be a different topic altogether. But then the lesson is, if you want to remain relevant, do not ever resist change. Accept it. Embrace it. Because Jack Welch says, Jack Welch, well-known name, change before you have to. Because you will be forced to change otherwise. That's what he's saying. Arnold Bennett said, change is not easy. It brings pains, discomforts, and it has its own drawbacks. But still you'll have to embrace it. Heraclitus, some 2,500 years back, already knew, and it said, change is the only constant in life. So why do you resist it? Accept it. And then finally, John Bernard Shaw says, what he says? Those who cannot change their mind cannot change anything. So, finally, it is all about the mind. So we'll have to work on the mind now. That's what it says. So accept change as normal. This is the lesson. Actively participate in the process of change by welcoming it, by driving it, and by enjoying it in the process. Unless we do that, we are not going to remain relevant, for sure. So, how do I react to change? How do I notice change? Just by remaining awake. I don't have to sleep. Yeah. Keep an eye open everywhere towards the trends, the challenges that you and your industry is facing and how it is impacting you or your industry. Keep an eye open. Yeah. And every time, assess your value to the organization. The likes of BKCs are not going to like you unless they see value in you. Nobody is going to give you importance unless they see some value in you. So assess your value and identify that something which will keep you contemporary, samaya anukul, contemporary. Lead. Become the leader of change and shape the change. Give it a shape. And that's what they call be innovative. Within self and within the organization. You know, I really like you people because you have that zeal, that zest, that enthusiasm to remain relevant. That is, you are wanting to change with times. That is why you have spent your precious earning as well as precious time here. I again congratulate you. By the way, you are getting too serious. I don't want you to be serious. Take things lightly. It's easy. No tense faces, please. Challenge yourself in time or you will be challenged. Chackwell said what? He said, change before you're forced to change. So therefore, keep challenging yourself well in time. Yeah. Now let us see. Axe, banchuru, dora katne. Let us say it is blunt. What will happen? If the banchuru, the axe is blunt, what will happen? You will need more power to cut that small piece of wood. So what should we do then? We will what? Sharpen the axe. Banchuru la sharpen garula ni, hai na? Yeah. Listen. Yesterday's solution to the problems of tomorrow's cannot be relevant, may not be relevant. So what we have to do, ask ourselves a few questions. Why we do something the way we do it? Button कोही जनाले के गर्छ शर्टको माथिबाट लाउँछ मोस्ट बच्चादेखि आमाले त्यस्तै गरेर सिकाएको थियो but then have you ever tried doing it from bottom up? It's faster. I challenge you. You will do it few seconds earlier. Try it. Okay? So is there a new way of doing things? Ask yourself. Acquire knowledge wherever it is available. Every opportunity to gain knowledge should be appreciated. Get on there. The idea is to remain in the game, not become outdated. And keep learning. Ongoing learning is the key. What does that mean? It means upskill. So you know something, you know it better, you know it more. Reskill, you didn't know it, you have to learn new tricks. Because it is skill that will bring success. So upskill, reskill, skill will bring success. नेपालमा मेरो जेनेरेसनको मान्छेहरू टेक्नोलोजीसँग डराउँछन् के. They actually are afraid of technology, and that's why they don't try things. And then they say, हामी यसरी कहिले पनि गर्दैनथ्यौं. So they live in that orthodox. This is how we used to do things. Don't be afraid of technology. Technology is what? It is here to help. Technology can never replace people. That human touch will always be required. Simultaneously, technology has always brought in new opportunities. Imagine the days when we invented what? First of all, grain. Our lifestyle changed. From scavengers, we turned into gregarious habit of living together. Then, imagine when we invented the wheel, we thought things are getting faster. Now we don't need labor, but then no, labor was required in new form. Remember when electricity came, one of the biggest inventions of lifetime. Energy has different uses then. And it has brought such a huge change in the lifestyle. But nobody went out of job. New job opportunities were created. So technology is not to be feared. It has to be embraced, learned. Network. You're at the right place. Network far and wide. Because networking will help you in so many ways. You can learn from your peers. You can find solutions to your problems. And for that, you'll have to go to seminars like this. And you've done really great job here by coming here. You join webinars. There's so many opportunities. BKC was mentioning about social media. LinkedIn is there. Keep in touch with people through LinkedIn. There are so many ways of doing it. You can share your ideas there. And now finally, yes. This is in Hindi, okay. Hindi or Urdu, whatever you call it. वक्त मिलता है सबको जिंदगी बदलने के लिए. जिंदगी मिलती नहीं दोबारा वक्त बदलने के लिए. So this is only once in a lifetime, gentlemen. You will not get a second chance. So try it now, try it hard, try it today. Discussions, I'm open for it. This crowd looks so mesmerized, man. Do I have such a beautiful voice? Why are you all? Yeah, anything? Yes, please. Welcome. Can somebody share the mic, handheld mic? You're close by, you can speak loud enough, I think, in the meanwhile. My mic will definitely be better, yes. How many minutes do I have? कति मिनट भइसक्यो? It's okay.
Good morning. Myself, Sumit Kedia. I'm from Sitaram Dairy. Very nice presentation. I was just wondering, you spoke about being relevant. Big companies in today's date, they have all the resources with them. You talk about HR professionals, R&D, financial backup. But every now and then I see that, companies are perishing, they're going bankrupt. So in spite of all the exposures they have, why is this happening? Why aren't they able to sustain? I can name a lot of companies which have perished, So can you give me one example?
Good question.
Thank you.
Question. It's a very good question. Thank you. Thank you for the question. Now this question is directed towards not only to remain relevant, but also towards operational efficiencies and effectiveness. The organizations may have the know-how, but how efficiently is that know-how executed within the company is equally important. I may have the knowledge, but then how am I executing that knowledge within that organization? It could be an expensive way of doing things, it could be an efficient way of doing things. So unless efficiency is addressed, organizations will continue to lose money. And more often than not, let me tell you, organizations in our countries, they talk about new things, but they operate the old way. So they find it hard to leave that orthodox way. So there always is a mix of two kinds of people within our organizations. हामी त यो काम यसरी नै गर्थ्यौं. Kind of people. And there are people who are high-tech, younger age, more exposed, want to do it differently. And that even creates more inefficiencies. Because there is, the gap increases even further. And we end up doing one thing twice. Rashtriya Banijya Bank, example, they do the manual register as well as they have the computers. Problem. Not everybody in their organization is attuned to computers. But still they have computers. So they have spent money on technology which is not being used or which is inefficiently being used. So they will lose money. That's the reason. Did I answer your question, please? To some extent. So what is left, you can ask me. Anybody else? Or you can always ask, yes, please.
No, you spoke about relevance, anybody investing in HR or, R&D or anything, they want change in the organization. But my question is that, in spite of all the knowledge you have and though you are trying to execute the thing properly, why do companies fail, why do they go bankrupt? Like, there are big companies, for example, Kingfisher in India, I'll just give an example. They were one of the best airlines and they wanted to take the company to a greater height. But what made them fall down, This is what I was wanting to know. Just an example. Thank you.
Yes, Kingfisher, high-tech, no dearth of knowledge gap, technology at its height. I don't want to touch base on that specific topic, I'm just indicating the leadership's thought process probably was not in the right direction. The failure there was guided by two things. One, the labor force working there, which created some nuisance within the organization, which the leadership did not take positively. And they too, both the leadership and the labor force, they took two different directions, opposite to each other. And that was the cause of demise of such large, huge organization. So there has to be, probably again, the effort has to be giving synergic effect. They should come together instead of going apart. So it's a leadership issue. It's more than technology. Relevance was there, but they were relevant for their own purposes. Right? Anyone else, please? मलाई नेपाली आउँछ है, and I can speak Nepali. Once upon a time, it was difficult for me. That was 30 years, 40 years back. But then, अब त म बोल्छु. Anyone? Can I see? म यति बोरिङ थिएँ कि कोही क्वेसनै आएन. I have got enough time, they're saying. Yeah? Oh, good one, yes. Wow, finally, encourage me.
मैले सरलाई सोध्न खोजेको कुरा चाहिँ के छ भने सर हैन
हजुर हजुर
सर पनि सिजीसँग चाहिँ सिजीसँग कुनै बेलामा रिलेटेड हुनुहुन्थ्यो हैन ठीक छ जस्तै वाइवाई चाउचाउ वाइवाई बन्नको लागि 40 वर्ष लाग्यो अहिले आएर हामी सबैको वाइवाई भयो सर हैन सिजीमा वाइवाई जस्तै अरु पनि त धेरै ब्रान्डहरु छन् जस्तै रियो जुस किन हामी सबैको हुन सकेन सर
ठीक नो प्रब्लम अरे यार सबै चीजमा तपाई नै सक्सेस भयो अरु के मुख हेरेर बस्ने तपाईको भन्दा राम्रो काम अरूले गर्यो होला नि त त्यसमा हेर्नुस् वाइ लाई टेक अफ गर्नलाई कति वर्ष लागेको थियो तपाईलाई थाहा छ नै 40 इयर्स होइन वाइ अलरेडी बिकेम नम्बर 1 आफ्टर 5 इयर्स विनोद चौधरीले आफ्नो स्टाफहरुलाई उही रेडियो दिया थियो टेलिभिजन दिया थियो के फ्री जुन दिन उसको 30,000 पेटीको फ्याक्ट्री पूरा चलाएको थियो भैँसे पार्टीको फ्याक्ट्री याद छ तपाईलाई तपाईको घरको छेउमा त्यो पहिला त्यो टाइममा एक टिभी दिएको थियो मान्छेहरुलाई फ्रीमा किनकि ल मेरो फ्याक्ट्री अब चल्यो भनेर त्यसपछि त्यो कम्पनी जहिले पनि चल्यो तर जुन तरिकाले वाइवाई चल्थ्यो त्यही तरिकाले रियो चलायो भने कहीं हुन्छ भने लकीरका फकीर भएर काम चल्दैन यू हैव टू इनोवेट रिमेन रेलिभेन्ट उता चाहिने डाबरवालाले के गरिरहेछ उता चाहिने अर्को के रे फ्रुटी वालाले के गरिरहेछ तपाई म वाइवाई यसरी चलाउँथे अर्थोडक्स वेले चलाएर चल्छ चल्दैन दैट वाज द प्रब्लम र के गर्ने अरूलाई पनि चल्न दिनु पर्यो नि एनीवन एल्स डिड आई आन्सर योर क्वेशन गुड वन एनीवन एल्स प्लिज हजुर चित्त बुझ्दो भएन त्यो चित्त बुझ्दो के हुन्थ्यो कम अन नाउ यार चित्त बुझ्दो आन्सर चाहिने तपाईले खोज्नु पर्ने हो आफैले तपाई त्यही कम्पनीबाट हो कि क्या हो एउटै कम्पनीबाट हो भने कृपया घर भित्रै खोज्नुस् आन्सर बजारलाई हेर्नुस् अरूले के गरिरहेछन् अनि त्यसपछि गर्नुस् मेरो काम तपाईलाई त्यो चीज बताउने होइन अहिले यहाँ खाली जगाउने हो I am here to inspire you to remain relevant. I am not here to give solution to your business problems. Please understand that. Yes. Any more questions, please? बड़ा घाम छ सो जो आँखामा लगाएको छ क्या Yes, ma'am.
अब नयाँ स्टार्टअप कम्पनीहरुलाई चाहिँ कसरी रेलेभेन्ट केही सजेसन्स दिनु
सजेसन दिनु पर्दैन या के छ भने तपाई कुन अर्गनाइजेसन स्टार्ट गर्दै हुनुहुन्छ कस्तो खालको अर्गनाइजेसन स्टार्ट गर्दै हुनुहुन्छ सबभन्दा पहिला तपाईहरुले म्यानेजमेन्ट पढ्दाखेरि के पढाएको थियो पेस्टेल गर्नुपर्छ भनेर पढाएको थियो पोलिटिकल इकोनोमिक सोशल टेक्निकल लीगल इन्भाइरोन्मेन्टल स्क्यान गर्नुपर्छ भनेको थियो त्यो स्क्यानबाट तपाईले ड्राइभ गर्ने हो व्हाट इज रेलेभेन्ट हाउ आर थिंग्स चेन्जिङ त्यसले तपाईलाई बताइहाल्छ कि म यसरी बिहेभ गर्नुपर्छ होला एन्ड You have to anticipate the coming change. भोलि के हुन सक्छ है भनेर। पेजर वाला नेपालमा पेजर कम्पनी फेल भयो हैन? किन भयो? बिकज उनीहरूले दिमाग टाइममा लगाएन। 1 वर्ष मात्रै चल्यो पेजर कम्पनी नेपालमा। आयो गयो। किन? They did not anticipate that mobile could come so fast in Nepal. पेजर टेक्नोलोजी विदेशमा खत्म हुने बेलामा नेपाल भित्रियो। म विदेशमा हुँदाखेरि पेजर सिद्धिँदै थियो त्यो टाइममा। इट्स गोइङ आउट अफ द वे। अनि जब म नेपाल आएँ त्यो वर्ष मैले के देखिरहेको छु, यो नेपालमा इन्ट्रोड्युस गर्दैछन् पेजर। अर्को वर्ष त आइहाल्यो नि, 25,000 रुपियाँमा भए पनि मोबाइल एनटिसीले ल्याइदियो नि हैन? So you will have to anticipate the coming change as well. That's how you do it. Anyone else, please? Did I answer your question? Right, thank you. Satisfied women. Yeah?
Hello.
Anyone else, please? Yeah?
Hello. Listening? सुनिरहेको छ?
सुनिरहेको छु तर कहाँबाट हो सुनि देखिरहेको छु?
लास्टबाट सर।
ए लास्टमा हो? ओह ल।
आई एम फ्रम पशुपति बिस्कुट निरप्राय बार। म जहिले पनि सोच्ने गर्छु कि पुरानो वाइ इज नोकिया इज फेलर। डिडन्ट दे ह्याभ मोडर्न टेक्नोलोजी, डिडन्ट दे ह्याभ प्रोफेसनल, डिडन्ट दे ह्याभ स्ट्राटेजी। किन नोकिया फेल भयो? जब कि त्यहाँ उहाँ सिओले भन्नुभएको थियो वी डिड नथिङ रङ। एउटा एन्सरमा उहाँ रुनु भएको थियो। म अहिले पनि सरप्राइज हुन्छु खोज्नको लागि। मलाई कृपया बताइदिनुहुन्छ।
ओके गुड, गुड क्वेसन। यो स्टोरीलाई मैले कुनै एउटा प्रेजेन्टेसनमा मैले बोलेको थिएँ कि बिचरा त्यो प्रेसिडेन्ट जब उसको कम्पनी बिक्या थियो त्यो टाइममा ऊ रोएर यसले भनेको सेन्टेन्स छ, वी डिड नथिङ रङ बट स्टिल वी फेल्ड। ओके, के गरे रहेछ त गल्ती बिचराले? दे डिड नट रिमेन रिलेभेन्ट। दे सिम्पली डिड नट रिमेन रिलेभेन्ट। जब दुनियाँमा मोबाइलहरू हाईटेकतिर गइरहेको थियो, हाईटेकतिर गइरहेको थियो, स्मार्टफोनतिर गइरहेको थियो, नयाँ नयाँ फिचरहरू एड गरिरहेको थियो, नोकियाले 1200 रुपियाँको टेलिफोन लन्च गर्नपट्टि लागिरहेको थियो। अपोजिट डिरेक्सन। द्याट वाज द रिजन फर देयर डिमाइज। जब आइफोन र स्यामसङले आफूलाई हाईटेक कन्भर्ट गर्दै थियो, अहिले त कस्तो दाढी बनाउने पनि आइसक्यो मोबाइलमा, थाहा छ? रेजर किन्नु पर्दैन, मोबाइल किने हुन्छ। Yeah, it is true. I'm telling you. इलेक्ट्रिक रेजर ट्राभल गर्दै हुनुहुन्छ भने किन एउटा रेजर बोकिराख्नु पर्यो? You can do it. Yes. See, so they were going high tech and these guys were going because they thought Nokia-ले के सोच्यो भने we will put a mobile in every man's hand. गरीब भन्दा गरीबलाई सबको हातमा मोबाइल पुर्याउँछु। तर मान्छेले के खोजिरहेको थियो? हाईटेक खोजिरहेको थियो, फिचरहरू खोजिरहेको थियो, मोर एन्ड मोर फिचर्स। सो यही भएको फेलियर। सो दे डिड नट रिमेन रेलिभेन्ट विथ द इन्भाइरोमेन्ट, विथ द निड्स अफ द पिपल। द्याट वाज इट।
सर मेरो क्वेसन छ एउटा।
या
सर
कतापट्टि हो? यस, म तल पनि आउन सक्छु। ए लाइट पनि बढी भयो त्यहाँ। यस सर, कम्फर्टेबल नाउ।
मेरो सरलाई एउटा सानो क्वेसन छ
जी।
हाम्रो नेपालको कन्टेक्स्टमा हेऱ्यो भने बिजनेस इन्डस्ट्रीहरू सानोदेखि ठुलोसम्म कुनै पनि बिजनेस एउटा इन्ट्री हुन्छ, त्यसको धारावाहिक रूपमा चाहिँ हामी सामान्य एउटा लिँदाखेरि पहिला नेपालमा चाहिँ पस्मिना एकदमै चल्यो। सानो मान्छेदेखि ठुलो मान्छेसम्म पस्मिनाकै पछि लागे। त्यो सबै पछि फेलियर भयो। अनि गार्मेन्ट हेर्नुभयो भने एकचोटि हामी गल्ली गल्लीमा यति गार्मेन्ट देख्यौँ, त्यसको त्यो पनि एउटा लिमिटमा पुग्यो, त्यो पनि बन्द भयो। गलैँचा कारखाना नेपालको कन्टेक्स्टमा हेर्ने हो भने हामी एकदमै राम्रो एक्सपोर्ट गर्थ्यौँ गलैँचा, आज त्यो पनि बन्द भइसक्यो। आजको दिनमा हामी हेर्दैछौँ चाउचाउ फ्याक्ट्री यति खुल्यो एक समय चाहिँ वास्तवमा बजारमा चाउचाउ बाहेक अर्को प्रोडक्टै छैन कि जस्तो भयो। आज हामी हेर्दैछौँ अल्कोहल मार्केटमा हेर्नुभयो भने ब्रुवरीहरू यति धेरै खुल्दैछ एक बाई अर्को। किन यस्तो हुन्छ? कुनै यसले एउटाले एउटाको फ्याक्ट्री खोल्छ अथवा उद्योग खोल्छ भने अर्कोले अर्को खोल्ने हाम्रो चाहिँ कन्टेस्ट चाहिँ किन छैन? प्रत्येक कुनै पनि एउटाको सक्सेस हुन्छ भने हामी नेपालीहरू सानो मान्छेदेखि ठुलो इन्डस्ट्रियलसम्म त्यसकै पछाडि लाग्छौँ। नर्मल्ली हामीले अहिले देखिरहेछौँ यस्तो चाहिँ भइरहेछ किन?
ओके, भेरी गुड, थ्याङ्क यू। यो एक कारण त के हो भने हाम्रो यहाँ नलेज कम छ के, सो हामी रिस्क चाहिने पनि कम लिन्छौँ। सो एउटाले गर्यो, उसको बिजनेस मोडल सक्सेस भयो, हामी सबै यताउताबाट जोड जुगाड गरेर त्यही बिजनेस गर्न खोज्छौँ बिकज वी सी सक्सेस देयर। एउटाजना मान्छेले सक्सेस भएको देखिसकेका छ, राम्रो कुराको पछि लाग्छौँ, बनाउन खोज्छौँ त्यही चिज। अनि त्यसपछि के भइरहेछ प्रब्लम भने नेपालको कम्पिटिसनहरू अलिकति प्रब्लम छ है। बिस्किट इन्डस्ट्रीको डिमाइस याद गर्नुहोस्। चाउचाउ आउनुभन्दा पहिला बिस्किट जो थियो बहुत हिरो प्रोडक्ट थियो, तर त्यो बिस्कुटले एउटा बहुत ठुलो गल्ती गरिरहेको थियो। बिस्किटको भाउ घट्दा घट्दा कहाँ पुगेको थियो भने 1 रुपियाँको 12 पिस बिस्किटसम्म। 1 रुपियाँको। एभ्री कम्पनी वाज प्रोड्युसिङ बिस्किट्स एट 1 रुपी। 1 रुपियाँमा मैदा आउँथ्यो कि चिनी आउँछ कि कागज ऱ्यापर आउँछ कि कार्टन बाहिरको आउँछ कि होलसेलरको मार्जिन आउँछ कि रिटेलरको मार्जिन आउँछ कि डिस्ट्रिब्युटरको मार्जिन आउँछ कि अनि कम्पनीको स्टाफको तलब आउँछ कि के आउँथ्यो? त्यो टाइमका सेल्सका गुरुहरू जुन थिए तिनीहरूले कसरी चलाइरहेथे कम्पनीलाई भने भोल्युम ड्राइभ। उनीहरूलाई मतलब छैन कति नफा कमायो, उनीहरूलाई मतलब छ कति भोल्युम बेच्यो। सो होलसेलरलाई ठोक्ने काम गर्थे सबैले। ठिक, कम्पनीहरू डुबे, सब बन्द भए। कसले रिप्लेस गरिदियो? चाउचाउले ब्यारन ग्राउन्ड, खाली मैदान भेटाएको हो के। 3.5 रुपियाँमा त्यो 75 ग्रामको के मैदा बेच्न पायो। त्यो टाइममा मैदाको भाउ 7 रुपियाँ किलो थियो। नुन खुर्सानी जति सुकै मिलाए तापनि राम्रो नाफा कमाएको। 30-40% नाफामा माल बेच्यो। त्यही मैदाले बन्ने बिस्कुटले नुकसान गर्यो र चाउचाउले नफा कमायो। सो यो हुन्छ। सो भएको के, हाउ डू वी कम्पिट इन द मार्केट इज अल्सो इम्पोर्टेन्ट। अब तपाईँले रक्सी कम्पनीको एक्जाम्पल दिनुभयो, सेम चिज हो। रक्सी कम्पनीमा के भयो? रक्सी कम्पनीले कुनैले राम्रो काम कमाए, सब लागे पछाडि। आज 62वटा रक्सी कम्पनी छन् जसले रक्सी बनाइरहेछ। कार्टन कम्पनीको लिनुहोस्, खाली कार्टन बनाउने 72वटा खाली कार्टन बनाउने कम्पनी नेपालमा छन् अहिले। कोही पनि बहुत ठुलो छैन फेरि है, किन ठुलो हुनै दिँदैन के। यति कम्पिटिसन गरिदिन्छन्, मैले बार्गेन गर्न बित्तिकै तुरन्त भाउ घट्छ के। 1 रुपियाँ 2 रुपियाँ घट्दै घट्दै आइहाल्छ। कति सजिलो, 65 रुपियाँको 1 कार्टुन भन्छन्, अलिकति बार्गेन गर्न बित्तिकै 45 रुपियाँमा दिइहाल्छन् बिकज दे हेभ टु सर्भाइभ अल्सो। प्रब्लम यो छ। सो के गर्छन्? कम्पिटिटिभ एडभान्टेज लिने पोर्टरले भने चिजलाई बिर्सिदिए के सबैले। पोर्टरले के सिकाइदिएको थियो? पहिल्यै जमानामा सिकाइसकेका कुरा के। कस्ट लिडरसिप, बिकेसीले पनि भन्दै थियो कस्ट लिडरसिप चाहिन्छ एक, दोस्रो फोकस चाहिन्छ उसले भनेको थियो पोर्टलले। निश क्रिएट गर्ने भनेको थियो। सेल्सको मान्छेले अगर कम्पिटिटिभ एडभान्टेज लिनु छ भने दे हेभ टु बी क्विक इन डिसिजन मेकिङ एन्ड फ्लेक्सिबल इन डिसिजन मेकिङ। सो स्पिड एन्ड फ्लेक्सिबिलिटी इज द की। अब त्यसको उपरमा धेरै भाषणहरू पछि गर्दै गर्नु।
मैले सरलाई त्यसमै जोड्न चाहेँ।
यस सर।
त्यसमै ठ्याक्कै मैले त्यही सोध्न सोचिरहेको कि हामीले त्यसलाई रोक्न सक्ने कुनै उपाय छैन त? आइडिया पनि नभएको मान्छेहरूले नि आज बिजनेसको लागि त यस्तो बिजनेसमा हात हालिरहेछन्, उनलाई कुनै पनि नलेज नै छैन।
फ्री इकोनोमीमा मान्छेलाई रोक्न मिल्दैन।
जसले गर्दाखेरि जस्तो रियल त्यो इन्डस्ट्रीलाई त्यो बिजनेसलाई प्रमोट गर्ने पनि त्यो बिजनेस आफैमा धराशायी भएर गयो कि हामीलाई।
बिचराले उसैले सोचोस्, मैले किन सोचिराख्ने यार, तपाईँ किन टेन्सनमा आउँदै हुनुहुन्छ, छोडिदिनु, तपाईँ नगर्नु होला।
Hello, sir.
Okay, thank you, sir.
यु वेलकम।
Hello, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
कता
Hello,
या
sir. Sir, you have been talking about product segment over here. Would you like to add something regarding the banking industry, as bankers are also present over here?
सेम प्रब्लम।
Yeah, and one more, sir. You were talking about relevance and change. Like, do you think like some kind of generation gap in our banking industry?
So there is a gap. म मेरो बुवासँग जहिले पनि डिनर टेबलमा बस्थेँ, हाम्रो कल्चर थियो त्यो। तर मेरो छोरा मसँग कहिले बसेन। Why? This is the gap that has happened over a period of time. Technology driven gap. Okay? Same is there everywhere. चाहे तपाईँको अर्गनाइजेसन होस्, चाहे बैंक होस्, चाहे इन्स्योरेन्स होस्, चाहे चाउचाउ कम्पनी होस्, चाहे टायर कम्पनी होस्, सबैमा छ। अब कुरा के छ? तपाईहरुको अप्रोच गर्ने तरिका, कस्टमरलाई अप्रोच गर्ने तरिका, कस्टमरसँग बिहेभ गर्ने तरिकाहरू अझ ट्रेडिसनल छन्। तपाईहरुले आफूलाई के ठान्छ? साहुकार ठान्छ। मैले त यिनीहरूलाई पैसा दिया हो, दादागिरी। बीकेसी जस्तो मान्छेले तपाईसँग यदि पैसा लिन्छ भने तपाईँ उसलाई हात जोड्ने। म जस्तो मान्छेले घरको लोन लिन्छ, धम्काउने, थर्काउने। This is the reality of life. You have to change your behavior. That is why मैले मेरो बैंक लोन लिएर घर बनाउँदाखेरि 7 पटक चेन्ज गराऊ। मैले तिर्दिएँ सबैको फेरि रिस उठेर, चाहिँदैन तेरो बैंक मलाई भनेर। अब म कहिले लोन लिँदैन तिमीसँग भन्छु। किन? बिहेभियर। You'll have to change your behavior, how you deal with your customer. दुईटा अलग अलग कस्टमर हुनु सक्दैन। उले बढी पैसा उधारो लिइसकेका छ त तपाईलाई डर लाग्छ, तपाईको बैंकै डुबाइदेला कि यसले। तपाई थर्किन्छ उसँग, ए सर कहिले दिनुहुन्छ नत्र भनेर भन्नुहुन्छ। मलाई के भन्नुहुन्छ? ए दिने भए भोलि दिनु, भोलि अखबारमा नाम निकाल्दिन्छु। थर्काउनुहुन्छ। गजब छ बा। यस्तै होला। अरु कोही? Did I answer you? So, anyone else please?
हेलो सर।
हजुर कतातिर हो?
मेरो यो म यता सिधा अगाडि छु।
सिधा हो। यस
सर, मेरो एउटा प्रश्न छ। यो एक्सपिरियन्सको कारणले गर्दाखेरि र अरू टेक्नोलोजीको कारणले गर्दाखेरि चाहिँ बिजनेस फेलियर भयो भन्ने हामीले सबै कुरा सुन्यौँ। मैले चाहिँ अहिले के गरेँ, अब विनोद सर त गइसक्नु भएको छ, मैले मायोज धेरै खान्थेँ। विनोद सर गइसक्नु भएको भएर मायोज मैले नामै लिएँ अहिले। त्यसैले अब यो मायोज त पुरै मार्केटमा राम्रो थियो, डिस्ट्रिब्युसन च्यानलहरू पनि धेरै नै राम्रो थियो। यति राम्रो मार्केट लिइसकेको अवस्था थियो कि उहाँले प्रोडक्सन एक्सपान्ड गर्नुपर्ने सिचुएसन पनि मैले चाहिँ एक्चुअली फ्याक्ट्री भिजिट गर्ने मौका पाएको थिएँ। त्यो टाइममा पनि मैले त्यो आफैले फिल गरेको थिएँ एज अ ब्याङ्कर। तर कहाँ गयो मायोज? सरले यसलाई बचाउन चाहनुभएको भए कसरी बचाउनु हुन्थ्यो भन्ने मेरो प्रश्न।
त्यो कसैले चाहेर पनि बचाउन सक्दैन थियो। त्यो उसको साउले नै बिगार्या। पीपी खेतानलाई गएर सोध्नुहोस्। जब सुन्नुहोस् यहाँ सोझो कुरा, पीपी खेतानलाई मैले धेरैपटक मुखैमा भनिदिन्छु। सीपी खेतानले जबसम्म त्यो कम्पनी चलाइरहेको थियो, कति राम्ररी सर्भिसहरू सबै चिज भइरहेको थियो नि। बजारमा भएको पुरानो माल पनि साटिरहेको थियो, सबै चिज गरिरहेको थियो। सीपी नै लियो। इकोनोमी ऊ के पढायो मान्छे? एकाउन्ट पढायो मान्छे। पहिले उसले भने नाफा कमाउने सबभन्दा सजिलो तरिका फिर्ता नलियो माल। बिग्रिया माल फिर्ता नलिने रे। अनि के हुन्छ त बिग्रिया माल फिर्ता नलिएपछि? तपाईँ कम्पनी चल्छ? त्यो हुँदा हुँदा कतिसम्म गइदियो भनेपछि 40 वटा डिस्ट्रिब्युटर छन्, रुँदै आउँछन् यार मेरोमा। त्यसले मेरो ब्याङ्क ग्यारेन्टी क्लेम गरिदियो। सर हेर्नुहोस् त यतिको 9 लाख रुपियाँको माल घर गोदाममा छ, 9 लाखको ब्याङ्क ग्यारेन्टी छ, क्लेम गरिदियो। हेर्नुहोस् सर के गर्ने? रुँदै आउँछन्। मलाई भन्न गएको थियो एकपटक, के भन्दा सर गइदिनु पऱ्यो, एकपटक मसँग हिँडिदिनु पऱ्यो, त्यो पिपी सरलाई भन्नु पऱ्यो मेरो पैसा कमसेकम दिइदियोस् भनेर। मैले भने भाइ नमस्कार, त्यसको फ्याक्ट्री त्यसको हो, मेरो होइन। तपाईँ किन परेको थियो उसको हातमा? म केही गर्न सक्दैन। डुबाएको कम्पनीको म्यानेजमेन्टले हो, सर्भिस नदिएर। मार्केटमा अरू कम्पनीहरूले सर्भिस दियो, यो कम्पनीले सर्भिस फिर्ता लियो, दिइरहेको सर्भिस पनि। अब त चल्छ त्यो कम्पनी? त्यही हो। अगाडि बढौँ।
गुड मर्निङ सर।
यस सर। ओ यहाँ
म सुभाष जोशी, म चाहिँ एनआइजी एजिया ब्याङ्कबाट, अगेन द ब्याङ्कर।
ग्रेट ग्रेट।
तर आइम नट टकिङ अबाउट द ब्याङ्क।
अच्छा ठिक छ।
रिसेन्टली आई वेन्ट थ्रु अ केस स्टडी, एउटा इन्डियन कम्पनीको केस स्टडी हेर्ने मौका पाएको थिएँ, विच इज रिलेटेड टु अ टेलिकम, होइन? आई एम नट टकिङ अबाउट अ टेलिकम, बट अ स्ट्रेटेजी दे हेभ फलोड,
दे एडप्टेड, या
दे एडप्टेड। जियो, रिलायन्स जियो हेज कम अप विथ द स्ट्रेटेजी जुन चाहिँ दे आर इटिङ अप all the competition. They're establishing a monopoly. They came up with the strategy, जुन चाहिँ blue ocean strategy भनेर they have termed, जसमा though late entrant but they have wiped out all the competition. त्यसै गरेर similar kind of strategy सायद टाटा न्यानोले पनि ल्याएको थियो भन्ने सुनियो, तर they failed flat, हैन? तर जियो, रिलायन्स भर्खर आयो, राम्रो गरेको छ। हाम्रो कन्ट्रीमा दो इट रिक्वायर्स अ लट अफ क्यापिटल इन्भेस्टमेन्ट्स होला, लट अफ थिङ्स टु चेन्ज। हाम्रो देशमा, हाम्रो इकोनोमी, हाम्रो जस्तो इकोनोमीमा द कम्पनीज म्यानुफ्याक्चरिङ भनौँ अथवा सर्भिस भनौँ, आर वी रेडी फर द्याट? अथवा कुन सेक्टर चाहिँ हुन्छ नि त्यस्तो हिसाबमा लाग्न सक्ने जस्तो लाग्छ हजुरको हिसाबमा? थ्याङ्क यू सर।
इनोभेसन जुन छ नि कसैको पेवा होइन। इनोभेसन सबैले गर्न सक्छ। इनोभेसन गरेर राइट एक्जिक्युसन पनि चाहिन्छ। न्यानोको केसमा एक्जिक्युसनको फल्ट भयो, रिलायन्सको केसमा एक्जिक्युसन वाज राइट। थट प्रोसेस के थियो? नयाँ चिज ल्याउँ, डिसरप्टिभ इन्टरभेन्सन भन्छौँ हामी यसलाई। इन्टरभेन्सन त सबै गर्छ, इनोभेसन सबैले गर्न सक्छ। बायाँ हातले लेख्ने प्र्याक्टिस गरेर इनोभेसन भइसक्यो मेरो। राइट ह्यान्ड मान्छे हो म, लेफ्टले लेख्न सक्ने। देयर आर पिपल हु क्यान राइट विथ बोथ ह्यान्ड्स, या इनोभेसन। तर डिसरप्टिभ होइन त्यो। सो डिसरप्टिभ इनोभेसन इज द की। त्यो वान्स इन अ वाइल कहाँ के क्लिक हुन्छ थाहा छैन। वी किप अन ट्राइङ टु डु द्याट, है? सो तपाईँहरूको यो धेरै इन्डस्ट्रीले गरिरहेछ, धेरैले ट्राई गरिरहेछ। सबले के कोसिस गरिरहेछ? हाउ कुड दे डु डिस्ट्रप्सन, कसरी ल्याउँ भनेर, है? अब एक्जिक्युसनको प्रब्लम कहिले हुन्छ? नेपाल जस्तो केसमा च्यालेन्जेस बहुत ज्यादा छ। स्केल अफ इकोनोमिज बहुतै कम छ। कुनै पनि चिज हामीले नयाँ नौलो गर्न बित्तिकै के भइदिन्छ भनेपछि हाम्रो स्केलै यति सानो छ कि छिमेकीको या कहीँले पनि तुरन्त खाइदिन्छ। उहाँ दुधको इन्डस्ट्रीमा हुनुहुन्छ, केही चिज ल्याउन चाहनुहुन्छ भनेपछि कति नै गाह्रो हुन्छ। उहाँले दुधको हो, नेपालमा कति छ दुधको इन्डस्ट्री पनि कतिवटा भइसक्यो, होइन? उहाँले मिठाई नै ल्याउन सकेको छैन। मैले पनि सीताराम दुधमा काम गरिसकेँ। मैले त्यो जमानामा पेठा ल्याउन खोजेको थिएँ, पशुपति प्रसादम, है? त्यो ठाउँमा ल्याउन खोजेको थिएँ, त्यो आजसम्म आउन सकेन। द्याट वाज डिसरप्टिभ एट द्याट टाइम। नाउ इट इज नो मोर डिसरप्टिभ नाउ। त्यो टाइममा पशुपतिको प्रसाद भनेको आइडिया कहाँबाट आएको थियो? इन्डियाको मन्दिर देखेर। इन्डियाको मन्दिरमा प्रसादको प्याकेट पाउँछ, ब्रान्डेड प्याकेट। म यहाँ पशुपतिको प्रसाद बेच्न खोजिरहेको थिएँ। इन्डियाबाट यत्रो मान्छे आउँछ, पशुपतिमा जान्छ, त्यहाँ मैले बट्टै बनाइदिन्छु पेठाको त लाइफ लामो हुन्छ। पशुपति प्रसाद भनेर टिनको फ्याक्ट्री कोशी मेटल क्राफ्टमा गएर अर्डर पनि दिइसकेको थिएँ। साउसँग झगडा भयो, काम छोडिदिएँ।